Fables are short stories that convey morals through characters, often animals, with human traits. Key features include a clear moral, simple plot, and personification. Students will create fables, focusing on these elements, and practice grammar by identifying parts of speech and correcting sentence errors. Morphology exercises will involve transforming nouns into adjectives using the suffix y. In this lesson, we explore the features of a fable by reading The Crane and the Crab. Students will generate morals and create their own fables. In grammar, we'll engage in a grammar challenge game, focusing on sentence structure. Morphology activities will involve using suffixes and prefixes to enhance vocabulary skills. Divide the class into groups of 4, ensuring each has a strong writer. For grammar, form 4 to 6 groups named after grade 4 grammar topics like nouns or adverbs. Create a scoreboard for team tracking. For morphology, organize into 5 groups to facilitate focused learning and engagement. Fables are stories where animals or objects are personified, embodying human traits. For instance, The Crane and the Crab from Kalila and Dimna is a fable. Aesop's fables, like The Tortoise and the Hare, are globally recognized. Most cultures have fables, teaching morals through personified characters. Let's explore how these elements create engaging narratives. Animals in fables often embody human traits, both positive and negative. For instance, a character might be friendly, hardworking, or helpful, showcasing positive traits. Conversely, they might be sloppy, selfish, or boastful, reflecting negative traits. Encourage students to think of their own examples, enhancing their understanding of personification in fables. The crane in the fable is personified with traits such as laziness, greed, and cunning. He avoids work by planning to trick the fish into his beak, showing his sneaky nature. His restlessness is evident as he desires change, not wanting to catch fish daily. This characterization enriches the narrative, highlighting moral lessons. The crab is personified as helpful and caring, showing concern for the crane's troubles and distress over the fish's danger. She offers assistance in the crane's plan to save the fish. However, the crab might also be seen as gullible, easily persuaded by the crane's intentions, highlighting her trusting nature. The king of the fishes is personified as a brave and caring ruler, prioritizing his subjects' safety by being the first to journey to the new pond. However, his trust in the crane, an enemy, highlights a potential flaw in his leadership, emphasizing the duality of bravery and gullibility in leadership roles. Fables often use personification and teach morals. In The Crane and the Crab, the crane's greed leads to his downfall, illustrating "don't be greedy." Other morals include "don't trust an enemy" and "lying is wrong." Students should independently generate morals for potential fables, sharing ideas to inspire creative storytelling. Students will work in groups to create fables based on assigned morals. Each group selects animal characters, personifies them, and outlines a story with 4 to 6 events. A writer records the story, and the group prepares a skit for presentation. Presentations should last 1 to 3 minutes, with roles assigned, including narrators. Let's explore the structure of a fable using The Crane and the Crab. The crane devises a plan to avoid hunting, discussing with the crab about fishermen. The crab convinces the fish to trust the crane. The crane safely transports the fish king, but eats others. When the crane threatens the crab, she defends herself, ensuring her safety. Divide the class into pre-assigned groups, each linked to a moral on the board. Allow time for story creation and rehearsal. Guide students to note fable titles on activity page 24.2. After presentations, students write down the moral, choosing from those circled. Conclude with an informal poll on each fable's moral. Group 4, 5, and 6 will present their fables, focusing on the moral. Audience members should evaluate the inclusion of the moral by signaling with a thumbs up. In grammar, students will identify parts of speech, correct sentence fragments and run-on sentences, and write the 4 sentence types: declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Today, we celebrate grammar mastery with a game. Split into groups, you'll tackle challenges like crafting exclamatory sentences, identifying parts of speech, and correcting run-on sentences. Appoint a hand to answer questions. Points are awarded for speed and accuracy. Let's see who can transform fragments into complete sentences and master the 4 sentence types. Students will explore how the suffix y transforms nouns into adjectives. In groups, they'll brainstorm y adjectives, ensuring each word's root is identified. Words like entry and baby are exceptions. Points are awarded for unique adjectives. This exercise enhances understanding of morphology and adjective formation. Transforming root words into adjectives using the suffix y is straightforward. For example, chill becomes chilly, and smell turns into smelly. Remember, when a word ends in e, like juice, drop the e to form juicy. Practice these transformations to enhance your vocabulary and sentence construction skills. Students will practice using words with roots and prefixes. Turn to activity page 24.4, where words are listed. Read instructions, fill in blanks, and discuss answers. Ensure understanding and correct spelling. Repeat for all sentences. Students then write their own sentences for items 9 to 12. The leaders of 2 countries sought a nonviolent resolution to their border dispute. A spy ensured no one followed him. An elderly monarch hoped her daughter would succeed her. The writer delayed his main idea until the 6th paragraph. A pup's squeaky toy became annoying. After studying, she was unafraid of the test.